What's up gamers, DreamcastGuy here, and it's Top 10 Thursday. This week the Xbox One turns 2 years old, and I wanted to celebrate. I got my little Halo toys, I'm wearing my super heavy Gears of War necklace, and I wanted to count down my picks of the top 10 must-play Xbox One games. Number 10, Dead Rising 3. It's not every day that you get to drive a steamroller over hundreds of zombies, but sometimes it's your only option. Dead Rising has always been a series that celebrates the goofy side of the apocalypse. Even though the whole world is dying, our hero Nick still takes the time to somehow build this giant shock weapon out of a stoplight and a car battery. This game shows us that even when things are thrown into chaos, there's always something fun to do. Number 9. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Sailing in the massive Caribbean Sea, stopping to explore hundreds of unique islands, or just raiding other ships for booty to trade later. Black Flag is all about the freedom of the open ocean, but when you aren't taking over the waters, you can dominate the land as well. Using your brutal swashbuckling combat, you can take out all the evil leaders in the country, despite the fact that you're kind of evil as a pirate yourself. Any guy who walks into town wearing 6 pistols is probably up to no good. Number 8. Wolfenstein: The New Order. I think we can all agree that killing Nazis is always a great time, especially when it's futuristic science fiction Nazis. In this alternate timeline story, America lost in World War II, and now the bad guys rule the world with evil robots. Things may sound hopeless, but BJ Blazkowicz is armed and ready to save the day. For every situation, you get 2 options. You can run in guns blazing and hope the enemy runs out of health before you do. Or you can take the sneaky approach, silently wiping out this scum once and for all. Does that not sound cool enough? Well then how about this? I have just 2 words. Moonbase. There's a real mission in this game that takes the action to the frigid reaches of space. Number 7. The Evil Within. Mind-bending doesn't even begin to describe this game. While investigating a mass murder at a local mental hospital, we're suddenly transported into a strange world of grotesque monsters and mayhem. During each chapter, you need to find a way to escape the creatures that hunt you, while also searching for answers about where you are. From villages lit by lamplight, to a grand mansion filled with bizarre art, the game is built around classic horror elements. Nothing gave me worse nightmares though than these weird masked enemies. The way that they just silently follow you around the levels, they almost seem like these heartless dolls that just seek only to hurt people. Number 6. Rise of the Tomb Raider. Lara Croft has seen her fair share of troubles. In her quest to uncover lost artifacts of the ancient past, she always seems to end up having to break some necks in the process. In her latest adventure, Lara is traveling deep into the Frosty Mountains, hoping to find the secret to eternal life. When you aren't diving into puzzle-filled rooms or uncovering mysteries, you're struggling to survive in all-out warfare. A bow works well at the start, but by the end of your journey, be prepared to see a hardened Lara with a shotgun strapped to her back and determination in her eyes. Number 5. Batman: Arkham Knight. There's probably no superhero more loved in modern culture than Batman. He was trained by ninjas, has impossible high-tech gadgets, and constantly seeks his own brand of justice. When Scarecrow takes over Gotham City with a sphere toxin, it's time for the Caped Crusader to bust some heads. The level of detail in this game is fantastic. Gently gliding over the streets and watching rain drip off your cape. At any moment, you can choose to swoop down to the streets and rescue helpless people. Hopping in your Batmobile, you can cruise around shooting stun bullets at thugs, or find the Riddler and use your skills to try and free Catwoman. Getting to freely roam in this giant map as Batman is pure joy. Number 4. Sunset Overdrive. Making a game funny, and I mean really funny, can be a tough challenge. Forming a good joke requires that perfect amount of timing, just hitting that right note, and that's why I was surprised to find myself more than once with tears rolling down my face from laughter while playing this. It almost plays like an over-the-top 90s game. Our character wears bright clothes, chugs deadly energy drinks, and splatters giant mutants with this eccentric weaponry. At its core, it almost plays like a skating game, letting you grind on anything, doing tricks, racking up points, and scoring even more ridiculous kills. There's so much enjoyment in this game's wacky, self-aware humor, along with its vibrant flavor. Number 3. Halo 5. Master Chief has gone missing, and with him the last of the powerful original Spartans. These men and women are responsible for saving the entire human race countless times over. What could be worth abandoning everything you've ever known? This pivotal question is the motivation behind Halo 5's very unique single-player story. Where this game truly shines though is in its all-new multiplayer mode called Warzone. Huge teams of players are vying for dominance in an arena full of both rival players and hostile computer-controlled aliens. It's a race to rack up 1,000 points. Capturing bases on the map gives you access to more guns, fancy tanks, and better spawn points for rushing back into the fight. Defeating players or the aliens gives you points, so teamwork is the backbone of this mode. If you stick together, aim well, and organize a good strategy, then you might just claim victory. Number 2. Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. I've mentioned my love of Lord of the Rings games in previous videos, but this one is truly the best. We are filling the shoes of Talion, a ranger guarding the black gates of Mordor. One day, his group is hit by a surprise attack, killing him, his friends, and even his family. Instead of being able to rest in peace though, he becomes something more. Imbued with the powers of a wraith, he now walks the road between life and death, setting the stage for some epic fights. Every orc you run into has a rank, strengths, and weaknesses, so as you slowly dismantle their army, the game responds dynamically. Say you're fighting against a lieutenant, you burn him with fire but he manages to get away. Well, the next time you fight against him, he's gonna have a fear of fire and also bear the scars of your last encounter. Enemies will remember you, they'll remember the damage that you did, and try and build up their forces to prepare for your next attack. These small touches to gameplay make even the tiniest of fights feel like it actually has an actual significant cost on whether or not you can win the war. Number 1. Grand Theft Auto 5. These 3 lifelong criminals are looking to get out of the stealing business. How do they plan on doing this? Well, of course, by robbing the bank with the most security in the world and making off with millions. Our 3 heroes aren't exactly the nicest guys around. Michael is a washed-up thief living in hiding from his old crew. Trevor is a methed-out nutcase who always somehow seems to get the job done. And Franklin is a small-time crook with talent for driving. Being able to pull off a heist of this size is going to require some careful planning, and you're probably going to end up in some insane situations. At one point, you have to try and steal a cargo container from a private military's ship. To do this, one team member gets onto the boat and sets a bunch of bombs, blowing it up and sending all the cargo tumbling into the bay. A second team member is now underwater with a submarine retrieving the booty, and a third team member is now ready with the getaway vehicle. Once you successfully pull this mission off, you guys open up the container and discover that it has a nuclear bomb inside. Incredible moments like this make the game unforgettable, especially when you go online and start playing with friends. Driving down the street in a $1 million sports car in the rolling hills of Los Santos just works so fluidly and so well with those Xbox triggers. For its perfect online and offline gameplay, I am giving it my award as the absolute must-play Xbox One game. Did your favorite game not make the list? Got an idea for a future top 10? Leave it in the comments down below. You may have noticed some of your favorite multiplats didn't make it, and that's because they could have been on last week's top 10 PlayStation 4 games. Next week, I'm going to be ending this trilogy of videos by counting down the top 10 must-play Wii U titles, and that link will be here. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. But do me the biggest favor of all and keep dreaming. This necklace is seriously heavy. Oh my god. Oh. You hear that?